our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway. Week 13. To return, here's Michael Campanero. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. First and 10 here for Flacco. And his first look is incomplete. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense Time.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Flacco fakes the give, sets the throw. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And Aiken with it over the middle. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. The dangerous Jarvis Landry back for Miami. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Landry now on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes left side. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led by their 6'4" quarterback out of Texas A&M in his 5th season now, Ryan Tannehill.
And Ryan Tannehill is one of the more durable quarterbacks in the league. He's been the starter from day one since he got drafted. 4 straight seasons of 16 starts in each and every one of them. The one thing that hasn't happened, though, he hasn't led his team to the playoff. He wants to change that right now.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Damian Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. And into the end zone for 6. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Let's put our attention here now on the Dolphins defense. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. And said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. Now a carry here for Terrence West. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
Cameron Wake may have begun his career in Canada, but in the NFL, he's been one of the top pass rushers since he's entered the league.
Flacco here on 2nd down. Over the middle to Smith. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Here's Sam Cook now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Landry. Oh, he shifts past him. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's your standard issue draw play. I like it a lot better when it's actually been set up.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And that's incomplete. They were looking that time for Leonte Carew. 3rd down here. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And here's the all-rookie punter from 2015, Matt Darr, on now to punt it away. Back deep for the Ravens, Michael Campanaro. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. On second down, Flacco to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. Now a hit and a loose football. And he did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a first down. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They run it again with Williams. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Kamale Correa, the second rounder, the rookie. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Timmy Jernigan, play him over the nose, play him a defensive tackle, bounce him out to defensive end. Wherever you want to put him, Timmy Jernigan can play.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And it's fourth down.
There was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Here's Matt Darr now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Dolphins defense as they head out to set up shop. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3 and out. They start on the ground with West. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On the ground, it's West again. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Second down, Flacco now. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Andre Branch, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. He's got time in the pocket. Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A touchdown apiece here in this 1st quarter of play. It's a tight game here early. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here. Incomplete on 1st down. Now Flacco on 2nd. And that's incomplete. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Here we go.
So that's the word from the referee, neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Once more, it's Flacco. And that's incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So on fourth down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Dolphins defensive unit now. And even though that last drive yielded points, it was a long field goal, so they probably weren't too upset about it. Although here, obviously, they'd like to give up 0.
Of course, that's the goal each and every time out. But when they make that type of a field goal that long, you almost give them a little nod of respect to the kicker, like, congratulations. But you do feel pretty good about not giving up anything big.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can not give up anything big on this drive.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. They They come up in an offset eye. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now Tannehill. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On first down, Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He gets it to Sims, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So now on 4th down, on trots the Dolphins field goal unit and Andrew Franks. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Joe Flacco here. We get a peek at what he's done so far in this game. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. To the right side to Aiken. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Fresh set of downs here. First and 10 here for Flacco. Finding time. And Watson has it right side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
On first down, Flacco. He hits his target, left side, Watson. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
A red zone first down for Flacco. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And able to find Aiken complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Flacco to throw here on third down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Wallace, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
Sean gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Tannehill on first down. And Stills over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And he has Carew. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando. Well, that came a little abruptly here. So working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they... And wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. And taking it across midfield and in.
And being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Tannehill, it's caught by Carew. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. Now they're going to face a 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking. in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They'll run again here with West. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look. Now Flacco. He's got time. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down following the run. Second down, Flacco now. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Third down, Flacco from the gun. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. To the right side to Aiken. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And they're going to speed things up here. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And that's complete. It's Sims. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Again, it's Williams. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Now this is brought in by Pryor. Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Flacco from the gun. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Baltimore first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Here's West, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. 2nd down. Flacco now. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw, and Aiken with it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And out come the Dolphins now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Terrell Suggs, a good sight there, back from another Achilles injury last season. He's able to get in and make the play. They're going to hurry back to the line now. The tight end in motion right. From his goal line here, Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. It's complete to Parker left side. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive, and when you have a bad one...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that's caught inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And quickly they get to the line. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He gets it to Sims, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he checks this one down to Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Joe Flacco here. We get a peek at what he's done so far in this game. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football. And certainly, this is where they just want to milk the clock. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. To the right side to Aiken. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
The record on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now West. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down. Check. Ready.
Now Flacco going to give to his fullback, Juszczyk. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do When we have the opportunity, they've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator?